It was disgusting and amazing all at the same time.
Welcome to another episode of Chewing the Fat. I am your host, Big Rob. Thank you so much for tuning in, downloading the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. I certainly do appreciate that. Also, the folks that have bought me a coffee at chewingthefatbr.com, and the folks that follow me on social media, thank you so much for reaching out, especially this festive time of year as we're recording this in the month of December. It's good to know that there are people that are out there. Matter of fact, I had some folks that reached out and told me they gave me a 5-star review on listening on Pandora, and that they found the podcast on YouTube now, as it's available to listen. You can watch the logo and listen on YouTube now if you want to, but and then folks that write reviews, I really do appreciate it. It does help the podcast go further. I try to provide something that's interesting to you and try to find people that are interesting to me. My next guest, super interesting to me, because I think he has my dream job, to tell you the truth. Please welcome Scott Russell.
Hey, woo! The crowd goes wild for the... I am doing amazing. I'm super excited to be here. Kind of humbled you invited me, so...
I have been following you on social media, on Instagram, for quite a while. Scott, as if you don't know, is also 6 Bites In on Instagram and all over the place. And that's how I got to know you, because you're a guy that likes to go and eat places and talk about what you eat.
I love to eat.
And you make me mad because you're skinny as a rail.
It's my blessing and my curse, man. I'm a constant 150. I don't know why.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's like, Mr. Rogers, he was 143 pounds. He stayed at 143 pounds.
Well, it's funny you say that. I'm actually catching up to him because I'm at 145 right now. So,
okay. Well,
I got to get that cardigan.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I always thought it was neat because he told his he stayed at 143 because, like, I don't know if you remember the day of pagers when you would send somebody a 143 meant I love you.
I do remember that, actually.
He told his wife that's why he stayed at 143 as an honor to her.
I'm going to start using that.
It'll go well in your your relationship life as well. It's like, hey, I'm going to stay at that because I love you. Anyway, I'm sorry, all the tangents.
And just wait.
So Scott, again, following you and watching you, eat some amazing food from around town and go to these cool places, because there's, so many people in Augusta. They're like, oh, there's nothing to do. There's no that, blah, blah, blah. I love that you decided to, like, you know what? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what Augusta has. So
you're dang right.
So let's get some background. Are you originally from Augusta?
Born and raised.
That's awesome.
I currently live in the neighborhood I grew up in.
Oh, wow.
So very much born and raised. I left for 6 months and lived in Hawaii.
Oh.
And I actually stayed on the Von Erich estate with the Iron Claw movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
I was their caretaker on 27 acres of land. And
wow.
I was there for 6 months. And it just really made me realize how amazing Augusta is. And, there's people that say, I hate going somewhere and seeing people I know, but I love that.
Oh,
and that's why I'm able to do what I do, is because people have known me my whole life, and people in town have known me for years and years because I've always been here.
That's
and
awesome.
It's a big honor that what I started off as a joke with a bunch of friends at a table has turned into this just amazing adventure of eating food. Never thought in a million years it would have turned into this, and I'm still in shock every day that people know who I am because I stuff my face with food. It's pretty awesome.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
So you grew up here in Augusta. Did you, when you were in school and all like that? I mean, your approach to food is you like good food. You like food. But it's not like some sort of culinary background or anything like that. No.
That's why I only do good reviews. Like, I'll never do a bad review because I have no culinary. I mean, I worked in a kitchen while I was in Hawaii for 3 months, and I sucked at it very bad.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely, but I grew up in a family of 4. We ate around the table every night. And I mean, we would laugh till stuff shot out of our noses. And it's just amazing how food brings people together.
Yeah.
And it just somehow transformed into this. Like, I mean, I definitely, it was not on the books. It was not a plan at all. It just randomly happened one day between like 8 or 9 friends, and I was taking pictures on Google as a joke, and they were like, "That's a good idea. We're making you an Instagram," and it just spiraled out of control in the best way possible.
So what was the plan when you were in high school? Were you athletic? Were you like in a vocational?
I played football for 1 minute and 24 seconds in a season.
Oh, wow.
Sat the bench the rest. Went to basketball. Played basketball. Didn't think I would make the varsity team, so I didn't try out. Turns out I would have made the team, the coach told me. But and then no college, just kind of started working right out of high school. And just I'm more of a vocational, like work with my hands. I cut grass currently, or landscaping, whatever you want to call it, for a living now. So work for myself, so I'm able to have the free time to film all the videos and go to make food videos and Love Augusta videos, everything. So it's fun.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So the 8 or 9 friends, where were you at? Do you remember where you were at?
Oh, I remember it like it was just.
Where were you at?
So we were at Sunrise Grill off of Washington Road.
Okay.
And I actually took a picture of one of them eating, and they were like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm just posting it to Google." And they were like, "That's the dumbest thing ever." And one of them actually did social media for a company downtown. And she was like, "That's an amazing idea." And I was like, "I don't want to be on my phone that much. I don't need any more social media." And we were all sitting there just laughing, having a good time. Like, they were looking at all the pictures I had taken. They were absolutely terrible. And just dying laughing. And my friend was like, it's like you're 6 bites in. And then immediately everybody was like, "That's it." And we made it right there on the spot. And if you look at probably my first 100 pictures, it's god awful. Like the most ridiculous Instagram. And then I had somebody, I was walking across Broad Street one day, and somebody walked past and was like, "You're that food guy." And I was like, people are actually seeing this? Like, oh no. But
oh no.
So now now all my Google photos are well over 10 million views.
Wow.
And I can't, like, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
Because they're all, I mean, the ones that have the most views are like a thing of chicken wings from, a Chinese restaurant. No. I'm glad that's what people are seeing. Not all my other stuff.
Right.
But I mean, it literally just, especially during COVID, because I was still fortunate enough to work every day. So I was going to the restaurants, getting to-go food, just doing a quick picture in the truck. And I think I did a post every day for maybe, I don't know, it was a long time.
Yeah.
And it was just nuts how much traction and followers and a lot more businesses found out who I was and were a lot more appreciative and, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's what they say about like social media, it's the consistency. It's, so if you were doing something every day, it's
very tough to be consistent too.
Yeah.
Very tough.
Oh, believe me, I know I'm pretty terrible at the podcast as far as like Instagram posts and stuff like that. I try to keep stuff out there, but
not on purpose, but I tend to like go in spurts where it's like, and then I just give it all, and then it's like, okay,
I gotta decompress for a little bit. So what And I will say this is funny. So when I first stumbled across you as 6 Bites In, I wasn't exactly sure because all the letters were pushed together. So I didn't know if you were.
Oh, I get it.
If you were 6 Bites In
six
or
bits sin.
6 Bites Sin.
Somebody was like, "Why is it say sin?" And I was like, "Why are you talking?"
Yeah.
And then it's like, "Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Did you look at any of the pictures?"
Right. Well, that's what I thought. I was like, "Oh, it's a 6 Bites In because he was already 6 bites into the thing, and then he was like, oh, I forgot to take a picture. Here's the picture of the last 2 inches of the sub or whatever."
Yeah. So it's funny, when it first started, it said, "Oh shit, I'm 6 bites in and forgot to take a picture." And my mom, which was one of my first followers, which I didn't know had Instagram, sent me a message and said, "Excuse me." And so now it says, "Oh crap."
There you go. There you go.
Got to keep the mom happy.
Oh yeah. You don't want to upset mom. What does your family think of all that now? All of the,
So they have been, at first, I was taking pictures of all of them at family events, and they were like, "What is going on?"
Mm-hmm.
And now they're my biggest fans. Like, my sister edits all of my written posts.
Oh, wow.
My mom is the first to comment on everything, and she loves having people come up to her and say, "Your son's 6 bites in." Oh my gosh! So
That's
that.
cool.
But so I have 4 older siblings, like I said earlier, or I'm the baby of 4, and they're all married with a lot of kids. So I have 6 nieces and nephews. So we still are having amazing family dinners.
Yeah.
Just a whole lot bigger now, but stuff is still being shot out of noses. It's still just as much fun. And it's all because of food. Like, that's usually whenever we're getting together, it's because we're eating.
Yeah.
And that's just what food does. Like, that's the best thing that makes taking pictures of people eating easy, is because nobody's ever mad when they're eating. You're always happy to be eating.
Yeah, I can't remember who said it, but there was somebody who was like, if you want to know like the culture of people is to have a meal, sit around a table with them, have a meal with them, experience their food, experience their, family time.
Yeah.
Because your defenses are down. Usually you're not, you're not eating slop. You're not eating.
I mean, I was a little defensive around my older brother.
Oh, well, yeah.
He's like trying to take food from me, but.
But I mean, but in general, you're kind of like, hey, what's it? That your natural defenses are down. That's awesome. What do you see happening with that? I know it happened as a goof. It's now become kind of a job for you. It's become kind of work, and it's led to these other experiences, like with Love Augusta now. So now we see your face without food in it, talking about some of the other places that are not necessarily just food related in Augusta as well.
Yeah. So, currently it's still a hobby for me. I don't get paid for it. I still, I get free food now sometimes, but if I feel like you don't get the same experience if you get free food every time you go somewhere,
it's kind of like food critics. Like, if they know a critic's coming,
exactly,
they do the best job that they possibly can, as opposed to like, oh no, I'm just.
And if I go and it's not good, I'm not going to talk about it. But if they know I'm coming, that's going to, which has happened sometimes, and that's awesome. But it's still fun to do the post where when I walk in, they don't know who I am, and it's like I'll get the real experience. But so I met Kyle, my partner with Love Augusta, and he was putting out a video during COVID that said he was wanting to make free videos for companies. And I was like, dude, we're doing the same thing. We need to do this together. And we'd never met before, never anything. And I mean, it was an immediate spark, and we're well over 100 episodes with Love Augusta now. And we now have a graphic designer, a photographer, like a web designer, like just all this stuff. And it's just crazy how far that has came. But I definitely love making videos when I'm not the one editing it all, and I just have to be in front of the camera. But I'm still just in shock because when I started doing the food thing, it transformed into helping restaurants, but I always wanted to help the other amazing local businesses we have here in town.
Yeah.
And so that was the moment when it all happened. And we did our first one at the climbing gym, and it was interesting, I was terrible on camera. And but it's just been an amazing journey, and the people that I work with now are amazing, and we're all super passionate, and they came up with Wiener Fest. Like that was the most amazing day of my life. Yes. So it's just never would have thought that would have. I mean, just all thanks to food. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I remember when you're talking about like helping restaurants and stuff like that during COVID. It was Weir Stewart and Show Pony. They did the We Give a Shirt campaign.
Yes.
And then you got a shirt.
I did. I was actually the last one that they did a shirt for. And
you got a unique look about you.
Right.
You got one of the best mustaches I've ever seen. So,
and so on that one, it was a beard, and I was eating a slice of pizza, and they came up with the design and everything because I was just in shock that they were going to do it. And we ended up selling 110 T-shirts. So it was $1,010 for the Golden Harvest Food Bank.
That's so cool.
And they actually gave me a big check to take to the Golden Harvest Food Bank. And
like one of those big, 6 foot long. Oh, that's awesome.
And so recently, reached out to them, and I think we're going to try to do another campaign. Oh, wow. And I think this time we're going to try to do it for the Augusta Training Shop, which is a local, really cool place for special needs people. And so
they do like furniture refinishing, but they make those amazing snowflakes
during
the holidays.
They don't know this yet, so
okay,
never mind. We may not.
Okay, all right.
I'm just kidding. That's where we're going.
Okay.
But
it's not. I hope that official. Comes through.
Yes, me too. I'm very pumped. I have a new design for the shirt that I want to do, and but the funniest thing that has happened with that We Give a Shirt is one, the shirts are incredibly comfortable.
Yes,
and so there was a guy one day that I didn't know who he was, but I was like, man, thanks for getting the shirt. That's awesome. You're supporting me and all that. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I just got this for $1 at the Salvation Army. I was like, I'm officially made it.
You're officially made it.
To the Salvation Army.
Yes. Awesome. That's so funny. It's a great design shirt.
It is.
I mean, it's like, sometimes you got to clean out your closet, I suppose. And it's better than them having thrown it in the trash. So.
I'll tell you what. And it is a comfortable shirt, and I'm really excited about the next one. So we did 110 last time. My goal for the next one is over 500. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm going to be pushing it real hard. So.
Yeah. So definitely be on the lookout for that.
Be on the lookout.
Yes. I'm sure you'll do.
You're going to hear about it.
You'll probably hear about it, probably see about it in videos, be live.
Yes.
Be all kind of stuff going on.
You're going to be annoyed, but you're going to get a shirt.
You're going to get this shirt and going to help the folks at the training center. That's amazing. Any other passion points in your life? I mean, I know you say you're a business owner. You call it that with the architectural beautification.
I like that. I'm going to start using that. So on top of all of that, me and my brother rebuild old cars.
Oh wow!
I rebuild specifically 90s BMWs, but I'm now getting into like an older truck, which is coming out in a future Love Augusta video. So I can't say what it is yet, but it's going to be beautiful.
That's awesome.
And then, I've got an amazing dog that takes a lot of attention and editing videos and I can't sit still. So
Yeah.
24/7, I'm trying to go.
Yeah. You do a bit of traveling outside of Augusta too, right? On some vacations and stuff. Because I've seen you talk about some, the restaurants you've eaten, all
for
around
sure.
when you're on travel.
I'm leaving for New York on the 9th, and I am jacked.
Oh, is this your first time going?
I went in 8th grade with the Builders Club at Tut Middle School. And, but yeah, first time since then. Me and my girlfriend are going for Christmas, staying with her friend.
Yeah.
And he knows all the food hot spots. So
that's going to be.
I'm pumped. Yeah.
Are you going to do like a special?
Oh, yeah. There's going to be.
You're going to brand it the New York trip. Yep. Southern boy goes north. All that. Oh, that'll be amazing.
There's a whole video series planned.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That'll be great. Anything else in the future? Anything else on the horizon that you're looking forward to?
Just keep. I'm trying to start making a lot more content, and I'm starting to film by myself. That was what was a problem for so long. So I'm starting to not be embarrassed by having just me and a tripod in public. So
yeah.
So hopefully way more content.
Yeah. I mean, and I guess that is especially for you having started as a goof, you weren't this, I don't mean vain person, but this person is like, oh, I have this thing. I want to put my tripod and I want to be, I want to be an actor and I want to do this stuff in front of the camera and all this.
It's terribly embarrassing.
Yeah. You're just like, I like this food and I want other people to come try it.
I still hate the sound of myself on camera every time. I'm just like, oh, why do I sound like that? Or but I mean, somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, and I don't mind making a goof of myself or feeling like an idiot. Well, so
I mean, I think that's the thing. Is like you're genuine. You're not putting on. You're not trying to, like I said, you're not trying to be some culinary expert or anything like that. You're just a guy who likes to eat.
And I think that's why it works. Is because I'm still having so much fun doing it, and I still love doing it way more now than I ever have. So, and I think that's what it takes to. People are like, oh, why are you so successful? And it's like, well, I've been doing it for a very long time. And I'm like, I enjoy doing it. And if you don't enjoy doing it, it's not going to work. So
absolutely. Yeah. And like I said, it's offered you some other opportunities and things like that. I've seen you on a few commercials here recently as well.
Yeah, me falling off a roof with Christmas lights.
Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Plume of smoke.
I've had so many people come up to me and be like, how are those Christmas lights going? What are you talking about? I've seen that commercial so many times. It's like,
It's everywhere on social media. It really is. But I mean,
I've been able to be judges at, food competitions and just crazy things that you never thought would happen or I'd get to experience or getting to meet the amazing local business owners here in town, the people that are so passionate and just hearing them talk about their business, it just gets you pumped up, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's just so many cool people in Augusta.
There really are. There really are. You were talking about judging food, and you mentioned Wiener Fest.
Yes.
Is that going to be an annual thing, you think? Y'all going to try to make that annual?
Oh, it is.
Okay.
It's going to be bigger and better this year.
That's awesome.
Yes.
It's funny, me and my friend Dale, we were talking just the other day about, we had seen a PBS special, and it was like the hot dog tour of America or whatever. And it was where they just went to all these different places that were known for all these hot dogs and stuff. There's a place called Rutt's Hut up in New York or New Jersey, and they do deep fried hot dogs.
Oh my God.
So we were like, we need to go there and eat these hot dogs. We actually just bought a bunch of hot dogs and just cooked them in all these different styles at the house and had way too many hot dogs.
Yes.
But just
sounds like a good night.
Oh, it was a great night. Our wives did not appreciate it, but it was a great night. We had the best time because, like you said, it's around food and it was fun and it was hot. We were doing quote unquote gourmet hot dogs or whatever. It's like, come on, it's a hot dog.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun. I'm assuming that's the type of energy you got at Wiener Fest.
So the guy that that one Wiener Fest was ripped. And he ate 18 hot dogs in 8 minutes.
Holy cow.
Yeah. It was disgusting and amazing all at the same time. I was sitting there trying to keep count, and I was just like, who is doing this? And I saw him, and if you saw him, you would never think
that he'd even seen a hot dog or touched a hot dog.
So I attempted to do at Oktoberfest at the brewery to eat brats. And I think it was like, who could eat 2 or 4 the fastest? And I was like 2 bites in, and the guy was already done that one. And I was like, yep, my competitive food eating career is over.
That is not the lane that I'm going to stay in.
Not my Johnny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Scott, what's bringing you joy now, man?
So lately, the thing that brings me the most joy is just I've been around my family a lot more in the past couple years. They've moved back into town, and just going to my niece's volleyball games, just family, man.
Yeah.
It's been pretty amazing. Having a dog is a lot of fun. That's kind of changed life a little. And having an amazing girlfriend helps. She's my biggest fan, takes all my videos, goes everywhere. Awesome. So just a lot of things bring me joy.
That's awesome. What kind of dog you got? As I hear Maggie barking in the background.
Hey, Maggie. He is a English cream golden retriever. His name's Jack. He was 40 pounds underweight when they found him.
Oh, wow.
And been on his own for 2 months, and now in a swamp. And now he's 80 pounds and sleeps in the bed every night like a big goof and living his best life.
That's awesome.
So just a really enjoyable life. I have no complaints, man. I'm very happy with where I'm at right now, and not having a real job helps, and being able to wake up whenever I want. Recommend that to anybody that can do it. Yeah. But just really thankful for everything that I have going on and the people in my life. So that's what brings me joy.
All right, Scott, this is the second segment of the show where we talk more about mental health. I definitely believe that, in my journey with depression and anxiety, that talking about it helps, and that depression wants to tell you that you're alone in this stuff. So the more that we can talk about it, the more we realize that there are other people going through the same thing. And so it takes some of that weight, takes some of that darkness away. But for you, how do you keep the darkness at bay?
So, I pride myself on being a happy guy all the time. But, there's times when I'm not. And I think just being able, for me, I can step back from the whole situation and really think about, like, why am I why am I like this? What's going on? And just kind of, I think the more you think about something, it kind of puts into perspective that there's a lot of other bigger deals, or, not saying it's not a big deal, but, stuff like that. And I think just being able to do stuff to take your mind off of things, or, like, for me, weed whacking at work with my headphones in, that is like, I always tell people that's my therapy. Like, if I'm ever, having trouble of thinking, like, with me, when something bothers me, I'd over. And I get the weed whacker and some headphones, and, it kind of takes me away from thinking about that at the moment, and just really gives me a break. So I think just coming up with things that work for me as a person, stuff like that. I don't recommend everybody out there weed whacking to try to, but maybe it'll work for you. Yeah, maybe it'll work.
Tried weed whacking.
Yes.
And you're having a problem. Maybe weed whacking might be the answer. Yeah. I mean, I definitely can understand that, because there is I think any type of, like, manual, stuff with your hands, stuff with you have this tool and you're focused on trimming down this particular, fence line or whatever it is. For me, I know like when I've gone to like pottery classes and things like that and working with my hands and because you have to concentrate so much on getting this to do what it needs to do or become this mug or whatever it is. There is something about being able to take your focus off of something else.
That's what I was going to say. Sometimes in that split second, if there's just one thing you can focus on for a split second, it can completely change everything and take your mind off of what's bothering you.
Right.
But how I figured out weed whacking was what I needed.
Yeah.
I guess just forced labor, but thank goodness. But I mean, there's other things working on cars, but mostly working with my hands is I think
I feel like maybe it's, that again, I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, but getting your mind, a different part of your mind to focus on something else. Like if you're a very artsy person, maybe you need to do something very non-artsy. Maybe you need to do math or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Or if you're a very, analytical type person, maybe you need to do something that's more free form. Right?
Just trying different things.
Exactly. Until you find something that's going to be able to help you stay. And even just that process of discovery, I think can be valuable.
Yeah. The people you meet along the way, there's a bunch of fun stuff that happens when you try new things.
For sure. And being able to allow yourself that opportunity. Life's hard, and we all go through these things. We don't need to be hard on ourselves. I think we need to approach our own lives with a little bit more kindness. And yes, we're all going to go through bad times, hard times, whatever, but to at least treat yourself with a skosh more.
There's enough people out there that want to beat you up, man. Don't do it to yourself.
All right, Scott. Well, this is the third segment of the show. It's time now for the Fast Five.
Fast Five.
Fast Five. It's time now for the Fast Five. Fast Five. Thank you so much for singing along. I appreciate that.
Yes.
I'm working on that theme song. Eventually,
we're going to have to make one after the show.
I'll get somebody to help me with that. I appreciate it. Fast Five is powered by Poddex. It's an app created by my friend Travis Brown. You can find it in any of your app stores or Google Play Store or whatever. Just search for Poddex. It's made for podcasters, but they're great icebreaker questions and stuff like that too. If you need help finding it, you can check it out on the website at chewingthefatbr.com/Poddex as well. But I'm going to use the app here. 5 questions, no wrong answers, just first thing comes to your mind. All right?
Man, you're so good.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. It's a classic. Sweet or salty?
Oh, I'm salty. 100%. Yeah. I don't eat sweets.
Good. See, I'm a salty guy, and everybody's like, no, you must eat a bunch of sweets. No, I don't.
Every time there's a post and I'm eating something sweet, Mom's like, no, you didn't really eat that.
It's like, that's just a picture.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm like,
spit it out.
It's like, and I don't like chocolate that much either. I'll eat it like a little bit, but like,
if you open up a chocolate cake in a lunchroom, I'm going to smell it and run. Like,
wow.
Oh, I hate it.
Wow.
I hate it, man.
Okay. Now, I wouldn't say I hate it, but that's
like, if you were my roommate and you had a bunch of sweets, I ain't touching none of them.
Ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. All right.
Question. I don't like sweets.
He does not like sweets. All right. So then what's the salty go-to? Is it like popcorn? Is it a pretzel? Is it potato chips?
So I don't really snack either. But I just anything salty. Yeah. I'm a ham sandwich junkie, to be honest. If that's my one thing. I said that on the news one time and everybody made fun of me, but I really like ham sandwiches.
There's nothing wrong with a ham sandwich. Yeah,
A little mustard and some pepper, man. I'm set.
We just came off of a holiday that made, and going into a holiday
those
that's got some
leftovers.
hams. I mean,
Those
come on.
leftovers.
Yeah,
Ooh.
man. That's good. That's good. I like it. Question number 2. Name one thing on your bucket list.
I would like to go to Machu Picchu.
Ooh. Okay.
So that's one thing amongst all the places I want to go that I've never been. So, but that's the top right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Is it just, have you been in that area? Is it the climbing aspect? Is it just the cultural, or just like
in Peru, you can eat guinea pig. So I would like to do that. And I have a cousin that lives there. Free place to stay. Yeah. There's a bunch of perks.
Oh yeah.
But mostly I'm more of a mountain guy than a beach guy. Oh, yeah. So the hike up, seeing the alpaca, I don't know, just everything about it. The colors, I love the really bright colors of all the, I don't know, just sounds awesome.
Oh, that does sound awesome. Awesome. Well, I guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee, but I'm pretty sure you're probably going to get there.
I think so.
Yeah, I think you're going to get there. All right, question number 3. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
Oh, man. Beep, boop, boop. So I always say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Mm-hmm. But one peck, that would have to be 5.3 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly right, too. Do the math.
Yes. Find out the circumference of the elephant, the mass, the density.
Oh, I just did all that. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Oh, okay, cool.
Math wizard.
5.5 million chickens to kill an elephant. Awesome. Question number 4. In your travels, what's the most sentimental souvenir you've brought back with you?
Oh, this is so cheesy sounding, but
it's sentimental, so I mean it's going to be cheesy.
I think just the videos that I've been able to make with like my family adventures is I don't ever buy like souvenirs or pick up rocks off a trail or anything, but I'm always filming or taking pictures, and I think that is my number one sentimental. Is just being able to have something to remember those
kind of document
experiences.
Is there a particular experience that comes to mind that you?
We all just went on a big hike in North Carolina, and all camped out and sitting around the campfire, doing a really hard hike with my sister and brothers and all their kids, and laughing at them while they're trying to hike. It's great.
Were you on the AT?
So we did. It's near Grandfather Mountain.
Okay.
Up there in North Carolina, off the Parkway. And, they all had their campers, and we camped out overnight.
Okay.
It was awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
Much harder hike than I was expecting, though.
Really?
Yeah. Really? Much harder. We had to climb ladders and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was.
Were the ladders there, or did you have to bring the ladders?
They built like the ladders out of wood to climb up these rocks.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. So we had planned on doing one hike, but we couldn't do that one, so we ended up doing another one. But it was double the distance, so it was fun. We planned on being gone for 2.5 hours. We were gone for 6.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Walked a long ways.
That'd be
straight up.
Jeez. That'd be one of those things that, like, I mean, obviously with my particular physique, I do not hike a whole lot. I do like, I mean, I
don't hike a lot either. Well, that was why it was.
Well, I mean, if I ran into a wooden ladder, I'm going to be like, yep, I don't know what the load rating is on that. I'm going to have to turn around.
Oh, this one would have held up. What did we say? It would have held up an elephant. It was.
Wow.
I mean, it was. But I think we got up to the top and there were 5 people. And then within 5 minutes, there were probably 20. So
okay.
It's a well-traveled spot.
Okay.
It was well-traveled. And we were like, okay, well, time to go.
Awesome.
Too many people.
It's like we came up here to get away from you.
Yes. Yes.
You all followed us. What's going on? I love that. All right. And question number 5. What famous celebrity chef would you want to cater your dinner party?
Oh, this is Bourdain, for sure.
Anthony Bourdain.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
That's the easiest one ever.
Would it be? I feel like it'd be more about the conversation.
I wouldn't care about the food one,
like,
but
whatever.
It would just be awesome.
It'd be hot dogs.
Yes, you can do whatever you want to. Yeah. You don't have to eat. Just
don't even have to eat. Let's just
want to talk.
That's right. Let's drink some wine and talk. And
I'll start a podcast for that.
There you go. That would be amazing. I love that. Well, Scott, that's our Fast Five, and that's the show. Thank you so much for being here, man.
Thank you so much, man. This was, I don't know why I was so nervous. It's so much fun.
No, this is great. I love getting to know you more. I love what you do because you're passionate about it, but also how it is helping our community and how it's helping Augusta and even places beyond Augusta.
Yeah.
Really do appreciate that. If folks want to keep up with you, what is the best way they can do
So
that?
it's 6 Bites In on Instagram, 6 Bites In on TikTok, Love Augusta on Facebook, Scott Russell on Facebook, Love Augusta Guys on Instagram, Love Augusta on YouTube, 6 Bites In on YouTube. Okay. So pretty much anywhere you want to find me, type in 6 Bites In or Scott Russell and follow, like,
subscribe,
share,
smash the thing,
smash the bell.
Right. I will make sure to put all of those links on the show notes as well. Scott, again, thank you so much for being here. I just love your heart. I love you. I love what you are doing, and just keep it up. I wish you nothing but success.
Thank you so much, man. I had a blast.
Awesome. And if you would like to support this podcast, I'd appreciate it if you buy me a coffee at chewingafatbr.com. But until next time, I look forward to the time we'll have to sit a spell and chew the fat.